trying to talk about a lot right now because we found a Trump supporter who really came out hard for Trump and then was kind of abandoned in a particular way. And we're going to report the truth regardless of who it is and how it comes across, right? This is actually something that might not look great on the Trump campaign. But in all reality, what we want to do is just show the support for this patriot who came out hard for Trump. And now it kind of seems like he's been abandoned in a lot of ways. So Joe McCoy, we have him here in person.
I want to show the stuff
okay.
on Joe first. So I have some pictures real quick that I want to kind of show people what Joe's been through and that sort of thing. So that's Joe. He lost his leg. He's an amputee and family man. Worked his whole life as a carpenter. Bought a home. Figured he could just kick back, chill. He had a 52-foot trailer. He had it on his property. And that 52-foot trailer, it was here. I'm gonna switch the deal here. So that 52-foot trailer was there, as you see. Put the big Trump USA on it, and all the people that you can think of. I'm not saying names yet. But let me just show you something, guys. Look, see all those other things there? They're text messages. You can see they're not bullshit text messages. They're text messages to and from Joe, and they're real text messages. And I hope to God that I never ever have to show those text messages, because the people to whom those text messages belong are people that I guarantee you that you all respect, that you all thought were patriots. You thought they would do the right thing and stand by Joe and stand by America First ideologies and do what's right. But they didn't. Joe stood up for Trump. He put that truck up in front of his house. He let his son paint it, got all over the newspaper, got a ton of press from it. And everybody trying to get elected or trying to run for office came down, took pictures with him, grifted off of him, told him they would do certain things for him when Trump got in office. Don't worry, I'm going to get your issue in front of Trump. I'm going to help you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Time came for all that to happen. Joe's like, okay, what now? They blocked him. He can't text them. He can't get on their web pages. He can't go to any of the pages and talk about the things that happened, and they made sure of it. Well, guys, we have a much larger reach, and we're not going to be so quiet. And if I have an opportunity to, which I know I will, either at the inauguration at CPAC, to talk to some people about this situation, and I plan on doing just that. So with no further ado, if you want to bring Joe up, looks like he jumped in here twice. So either which one you want to bring up.
Boom.
There you go. Oh. Joe, how are you, brother?
Hi, guys.
So, Joe, so far we have raised...
Doing all right. How you doing, Maurice?
I'm doing quite well, brother. I'm glad that we got you on tonight.
Hey, I'm having a hard time with the audio.
It's all right. As long as you can hear us even a little bit and understand what we're saying, you're good, brother.
I don't know.
Can you hear us okay?
I can hear a little bit. Let's rock.
Okay. So as long as you can make out what we're saying, we're good. So Joe was right now we are in the middle of a fundraiser. And the fundraiser is, you can get to it at givesendgo.com/Joe. I'm going to put that fundraiser in. I'm going to ask that someone pin the post. And while we're doing this, guys, it's Christmas time. And he's a patriot. He's a Trump supporter. He's a MAGA guy. He's an America First guy. He fought hard for Trump. If you have the ability to give $5 or $10, that's all we're asking. $5 or $10. for as many. We have 3,000 people and growing watching this podcast. If each of you gave $3 each right now, we would be over our goal. Over our goal. So that's what we're asking, guys. A couple of dollars, and this guy can save his house. 2 years of his he owes on back taxes on his home because he's drained his savings and 401k fighting this case. But I'll let Joe tell his story. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, I want to first let you know I've got tinnitus, been playing the drums, and I got a lot of ringing. That's why I probably can't hear you, but I'm ready to tell the story what happened to me.
Go ahead.
My son, Brian Bales, he was 18. First time voting, he wanted to vote for Trump. He was a graffiti artist, and with my big trailer in my yard, he said, "Dad, can I put Trump on it?" I said, "Have at it." He did an awesome job. 52 feet of Trump facing the road, letters bigger than all of us. On the back doors, "Make Trump Great America, Make America Great Again, Trump 2016. And then the biggest newspaper in New Hampshire showed up, the Concord Monitor. Ray Duckler interviewed us, put us all over the front page. Millions of people, they loved our Trump sign. Millions loved it. And when it started coming out in the stores in town, the select board didn't like it. And they told us, remove it due to complaints or pay their $500 a day fine. We refused. The town was corrupt. We fought them for 2 years. I went to their meeting. I said, "Where's the complaints? Where's the complaints?" And to quiet me down in town, because a lot of people are Trump supporters, they gave me a permit for my trailer. The only permit they ever gave anybody for any trailers. There's trailers there today, no permit, but they're not on the agenda. So after the 2 years, the board meeting, a board member writes me a letter. They never saw the complaint. And the permit's almost up 12 months. We don't want to get on your ass. That's what these select board members told me. And after that letter came to me, a lawsuit was filed. The town got caught lying under oath in deposition. They got caught ignoring, refusing to answer my right to know, hiding documents from me in court. They had a lawyer. He was unreal. But during that, he tried to get rid of my lawsuit, saying I didn't apply for a political sign. The judge said there's no such law. And then he said, "Yeah, I know the town. I practiced in town. And due to the merit to my case, this goes forward." 2 months later, he dismissed my case. And then he admitted he knew the town, practiced in town. And when I Googled him, he's got family living in town. It's all over Facebook, social media. He's friends with the select board members. So then he dismissed my case. I was in the hospital. I got out, and now I have to go to Massachusetts. United U.S. District Court in New Hampshire transferred it to a a United States District Court in Massachusetts. I didn't even know it was illegal until a couple, 2-3 weeks ago.
So hold up right there, Joe, for
And
a second.
They gave me 90 days to get a lawyer. It took me 70-something days. Didn't have a chance. And when I got in front of them appeals court judges, I Googled them. All of them are Democrats. They donated to Biden. They did their thing, but they said, I never proved the complaints, yet the town admitted they never saw them. And then that permit they gave me, the only one in town, they said was illegal for them to give me. The judges said, I thought the permit was legal. The judges used the letter. The lawyer said the letter was never talked about in his legal briefs. He lied. He said nothing was ever said about Trump. He lied. To
What was
know
that?
other board members uncovered documents. I got their email. We was violated by the town, elected officials. We was violated by their lawyers. They got my lawyer this body. He was a good lawyer. He was Ron DeSantis' best friend. And then their lawyer lies to the courts. The courts ignore all the proof and the verification that we presented to the court and dismiss my case on their appeal. And now I find out the change of venue was illegal. Every day I get up, I look for lawyers. I reach out to people. I've reached out to Trump's people. I've talked to a lot of them. They made a lot of promises. Those promises have not been kept. And everything
Not
that
just
I
that,
did,
they ignore
I-
you. That's
I
the
fought-
problem. Is
I fight. I fight.
and that's
We stand up for Trump. We always have since the day he come down that escalator. And Trump warned us they would be coming after us, and they did. They made me get out there during the wintertime. I got one leg. I had to get out there during the wintertime because their 12-month illegal permit ran out, and they said, we don't want to get on your ass, so get it out of there. And emptied it, gave everything to the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and the church. They did good. And they did good. So after through all the courts, all the violations, all the corruption, the first thing, United States Supreme Court says no elected official can remove or force a political sign off private property, but they did. And then Democratic judges, they would love to see the biggest Trump sign in New Hampshire gone, out of view. Now here's the bad part. My town party, who I placed their signs in my yard, I voted for them. They all claimed to use Trump to get elected, but they voted with the Democrats. I got them unelected. Democrats had to write them back in. They're the ones that did this to me and my family. And the ringleader was James Allen, and he was the New Hampshire District 13 Republican chair, used Trump to get elected. And when I went to vote, and I seen James Allen, the Democrats vote him in, and I told him, I said, you're not going to get elected. And he said, well, Trump wasn't on the trailer. He lied. I'm going to explain that. He said, Trump wasn't on the trailer when he got moved from your property. And you see this hat here? I was wearing it when I went into the vote. He told the town police it's illegal for him to go in there with that hat on, and if he does, arrest him. I cussed him out. I went in to vote for Trump anyway, and I came out. Here's the bad problem.
based.
My Trump sign that was illegally forced off my property, whistleblower called me. I love whistleblowers because they let it be known what's taking place. They called me and said, hey, you know where your Trump trailer's at? And I said, who are you? And he said, I can't tell you. But he said, it's right down the street. So I went down there. I videoed it. My biggest Trump sign in New Hampshire that was forced off my property has been hidden on a board member defendant's property. He's got an 18-wheeler trucking company, got a bunch of trailers on that property. He's not allowed but 2 by the ordinance, but those are not on the agenda. And I found my Trump trailer hid down there, and it's still got Trump on it today as we talk. They came after us. We lost everything we had, violated our freedom of speech all the way from the town to the judges. We were treated just like Trump was. Unreal.
And this is the problem. And a lot of people face this issue with when you stand up for Trump. And most people haven't faced this kind of sideways attack that can happen, where all of a sudden you're the one that's targeted unfairly, and they use nefarious tactics, and then all of a sudden bury you in litigation or in court fees or in fees in general. And then all of a sudden, just because you had that giant Trump sign, which a lot of people used as photo ops and to get in front of the TV and to get publicity for themselves, and I'm talking about public figures here, they use this to enrich their own candidacy, now have blocked you, shut you out, and just let this happen, let this continue to happen, haven't spoke up about it, and just decided that, you know what, I mean, they probably... It's not probably the entire reason that they were elected. We can grant them that, but at the same time, if you're going to use somebody and then make promises, you should at least stand up for them when the very thing that you used has been used to bury someone like you. And right now you're in threat of losing your house, which is why we started the fundraiser entirely. We want to actually do everything we can to help you be able to keep it, because believe it or not, you guys, this attack can happen to any one of us at any time. I know people that will stand up and then all of a sudden just get completely buried in fees, and it is not fair. And we actually have to stand up for each other when this unjust attack happens. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you're Joe McCoy here with a big sign out in his front yard, and all of a sudden now you have over $10,000 in fees, and we should stand up for that. We should absolutely do that, because all you were doing was showing your support for our president, right, and now have been unjustly and unfairly targeted because of that, in which a lot of people have used to enrich themselves. So I hope we can raise the money for you. I really do.
We you know what? Here's the thing. We got $1,060 right now, guys. We're a little over 10% of the way there.
Yep.
Like I said, $5 to $10 gets you there. $5 or $10.
I want to let everybody know. Yep. We're gonna fight, because that's what we're about. We are Trump supporters, and this has to be fixed. We need our freedom of speech given back to us. We need them held accountable. Nobody should have ever had to go through what we went through just because the other political party does not like you if you stand up for Trump. And they will come after you.
So here's the thing that Joe was talking about earlier, and I don't know if you caught it. So he lives in New Hampshire. I don't know how people understand how state law works. So New Hampshire has the jurisdiction for this case. They illegally switched the jurisdiction of this case to Massachusetts. So he had to go to a court in front of a judge to handle a case that was out of his jurisdiction. And when his lawyer was disbarred, that same judge only gave him 90 days to find new representation or be in default. Now, Joe doesn't have money to pay a whole new lawyer fees and everything else. So this is why he's in the position he's in. And he talked a little earlier about his trailer being taken. Now, he explained to you that he did not have he had a permit that was given to him. And then here's the thing. The people that were on the select board, illegally, the people that were on that select board that were pushing this issue, that were trying to get his trailer taken, took the trailer off of their property and illegally placed it on their own property without permit and hid it. Now I got a video to show you that details just that.
I had the biggest Trump sign in New Hampshire, Pittsfield, New Hampshire, forced off my property due to complaints by the select board. Their complaint said, we don't know who signed it, didn't see it, and they don't know where it came from, but they used that to legally force my Trump sign off my property. Now, I'm at 16 Carroll Street, 1/2 mile from my house. Whistleblower told me my trailer's down here. So if it's down here, then that means the town forced it off my property and it's down here on this guy's property. Who none of these trailers, no permits, they were okay. But Trump wasn't okay during his election. It's got a keep out sign, but I'm going in anyway. Yep, see? 16 Clark Street, H.A. Marston Incorporated. All right, Trump trailer, where you at? They told me it was forced off my property. And all these trailers are okay to be here with no permit. Buying out the rural area, not allowed. This is unreal.
And that only becomes a worry when you start speaking out. And this is why a lot of people don't speak out, is because they know that if they get targeted,
none of them got permits.
They're done for.
I had a permit for my Trump trailer. Wow. Look at it. There it is. My son Brian Bales painted that. That's the front of my Trump trailer. And there's, look at all them trailers, huh? Sorry about the vibration, folks, in the camera. I just got a metal leg. Yep, that's my son's. This was my trailer. And it's a half a mile down past my house without a permit. It's been here since June of 2018. All right, let's see. There it is.
Wow.
Yeah, the video is a little bit scratchy.
That's all right. I want to reiterate this point. I really want to reiterate this point in how tyranny reigns. It's because everybody does something a little bit wrong. And especially when you're standing up for a political candidate and it's going against the popular narrative, or I guess it's not the popular narrative, but the ruling powers narrative, or powerful people who don't want you to push a particular narrative. When you stand against that and you get targeted, all of a sudden, the little things that most of the time the government doesn't care about, all of a sudden they're cracking down on you, and they'll use every rule. They'll use every technicality. Tyrants are incredibly petty. And now you can see, because of something like this, where the trailers are stored with no permits, he had a permit for his, but because it says a message that they don't like, now he's being targeted. And now they know that they can shut a lot of the other people up because they shut him down and made an example out of it. Well, this is one of the things that we at the Patriots Prayer Network really stand against, is the collective power that we have as a society is just now starting to be realized. If Luigi, I forget his last name, can get hundreds of thousands of dollars for being an evil assassin, where he took the life of a CEO because he disagreed with some policies from the damn company, that we can stand up for this guy who was speaking out and as a patriot, and has been unjustly targeted by Big Brother, by the government itself. It is incredibly irritating to me to see just how popular these stupid left-wingers can be when they do something incredibly evil and get support for it, yet all of the good people of this nation will slowly but surely fall apart if we continue this path of we're going to be strictly individuals. Everybody needs to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. In most cases, that's true, but in some cases, we have to have each other's backs, and I believe that this is one of those cases.
Yeah, you're right. If you got hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the left has no problem going into their pockets for something that's absolute. Listen, I'm not taking up for as far as the character of the United Health CEO. I'm not. The guy had a policy that killed people, and it's terrible that had to happen. I'm not defending that guy, but I'm telling you, it's not up to me, you, or anyone else to stand in and plot and take someone's life and then get applauded for doing it. There are other ways to go about it. But this is the thing. The left will go out there and they'll get petitions signed. They'll go out there and they'll fight for new laws. They will start grassroots movement that have transvestites in your classrooms reading to your children. They will do whatever it takes to grow their movement, and they'll stand by each other. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, if we don't start doing that, everything that you stand for and everything that I stand for and everything that we love, all of our values, we're lost. This is, imagine what what the country looks like 2 generations from now if we don't start taking a stand now. And it starts with standing up for people like Joe. If you don't do this, if you come on, guys, it's literally what you pay to get coffee in the morning before you go to work. Literally like $5. If we have 4,000 people watching us right now, that would make it like less than $2 each so this man can keep his house.
And I'm going to make another post about this later as well. But
yeah, the bad thing, this happened to me and my family. It could happen to anybody's family because of the way that things been going for the last 4 years. If you're a MAGA supporter and you're known by people, your whole life changes. They don't care about it. They don't worry about it. Just as long as it's to do as we say and not what we do. And when it comes down to it, they're the ones doing that to everybody. It's unreal.
Who's that? Judges? I'm gonna have a hard time seeing it. Jules, Juls. Jules, we appreciate that, and yeah, I will reach out to you. And no, Trump personally doesn't know about it, but I'm in touch with his inauguration team, and they'll be getting PPN, the same inauguration team that sent me all these hats. And here's the thing.
I like that. Yeah, that's signed by Trump.
So we got a few, right? We got a few, and they're all signed. What I'm going to do?
They look good. I love them.
They're earmarked for certain people, but I tell you what, I'm going to give mine away. If all of the donations that are given on the page, I'm going to pick one at random. I'm going to raffle them one at random, and if we hit our goal, I'm going to pick a name from random, and I'm going to give you this hat. So, guys, that's just a little incentive for you. But whatever we got to do to save this man's house, that's what if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. We'll be reporting from CPAC. We will be at the inauguration, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure this story gets told. Now, I sent to the inauguration team people I know personally. I'm not going to put their name out there. They work directly for the Trump administration. And you guys who know us know we've been involved with the campaign from the start. We've been to several rallies. We've had members of PPN actually speak at Trump rallies. And so
if Trump knew, Trump would be standing up for us. That's what he's about.
Yeah.
That's what Trump's about.
So what I did last night was I put together a letter, and what I got given was a promise, a personal promise from his inauguration team. And I said, make sure certain people, and I listed them off. You know who they are. Yeah. I said, if they're CC'd on this email, you may get pushback. So they assured me that those people would not be in this email chain. But they're going to send out. So I sent out the newspaper article, a written story, all the pictures, and the newspaper clipping to them to show them exactly what's going on. And that was emailed out to the entire Trump inauguration team today.
And listen, so, we're not, we don't.
Eddie and Maurice, I really appreciate your help in this. A lot of my friends told me to contact you because you stand up for the truth. I followed you for a while, and you guys are awesome. And everybody that helps us, me, my wife, my family, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And we will fight for our freedom of speech and everybody else's until the last day I'm on this earth. But I thank you guys.
And God bless you, Joe. And in all reality, we're just trying to do what's right. And
you guys are awesome.
If you guys can't donate any money, because I know that a lot of people are struggling financially. I've gone through my bouts of that. I mean, still we live a little bit better than paycheck to paycheck. It's the first time in many, many years where I've been at a point where I'm not going, negative every other account. But if you cannot donate, please at least share this. I'm going to clip this and put it out for people as well to try and spread the word, because in all reality, you guys, we just need to get the word out, and there's going to be a lot of support. I know that there's a lot of people out there that can donate, that can help, that would want to support if only they knew about this story. So if you can't donate, please at least share this podcast and share the comments. Follow my X page, because I'll be putting a couple more posts out there later as well at La Native Patriot. Same thing with Eddie at the Patriots Pray. I put if you guys are on my X page, it's in the first comment below. Eddie has a story here. Joe, I want to thank you for coming on. We're going to try and get the word out and try and get as many people to support you as you can. I think what you did is awesome. And it's the small acts of everyday American citizens that amounts to heroism. And in a lot of ways, I'm not saying that having a Trump sign in your yard is heroism, but it's the first way that we, as the average American, can speak out about who we want as our president. And if everybody's too scared to do it because they're scared of litigation, then we won't have anybody speaking the truth. So we do have to stand up for people when they get unfairly and unjustly targeted. So thank you, Joe, for coming on today. Excuse me, I'm still getting over being sick. So.
Jules, I just sent you a DM with the Give Send Go page from my page. Check your DMs, check your messages. You may have to accept it. I'm not sure where the DM went because we haven't communicated before, but I just sent it to you. I've contacted everybody. I have a couple of names here. Believe me, I got some contacts in the media. I'm going to be calling them as well. So we're going to do everything we can to get as much press coverage on this as possible. We don't have a direct line to Charlie Kirk, but we do have a direct line to the TP Action Committee, which may have a direct line to Charlie Kirk. So that may be an avenue we'll try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
and
thank you,
everything
guys.
we can, so.
For me and my wife and my son, from the bottom of our heart, I appreciate everything you did, and everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, because next year is going to be the best ever.
That's right, brother.
Good night, guys.
Right.
January can't get here fast enough. Have a good night, Joe. Great guy, man. Fighter.
He's awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
How can you keep a good attitude not knowing whether or not you're going to have your house tomorrow? And that's how dire the need is. There, he said, to a point right now, Maurice, where it's like he's not waiting for the day. Like they can come and force this right now. So it's so dire that we get the money now. Like the amount of time we took when we sent Holden to the Super Bowl, we had over a month to do that. We don't have that here, guys. We don't have that kind of time. So we raised over $1,000 in a day, and someone just gave 25 more. Thank you to whoever that was. But we don't have that kind of time to wait.
You're being entered to win that hat too. So there's an additional bonus that we're trying to get out as well to get one of those Donald Trump signed "Make America Great Again" hats. So it is Give Send Go /Help Joe. So it's not a Venmo or anything like that, but I think you can give with Venmo. I'm not exactly sure.
You can pay with like PayPal and that sort of thing, but it doesn't go into PayPal. If you go to @the Patriots Pray and you want to PayPal me, I'll donate it in your name. It's fine. And I'll put your name in the hat for the running for the hat. So if you want to do that, that's fine. I absolutely have no problem with that. And there's a lot of people who gave anonymous, and I love you guys that do that, because you're saying that I want to do this from the bottom of my heart and I don't want any recognition for it. And the guys who do that, man, really, we do appreciate you. But if it takes the incentive of giving away these, and I don't want to see these hats on eBay either. They're like worth money. So listen, win the hat. I promise that I will draw from the list of people who gave, and I mean, dude, nothing could be better this Christmas than saving this man's house. Nothing. And I'm telling you, it's going to get national media coverage. It's going to be in newspapers. We're going to do our best to get it on TV in front of everybody. And we got enough contacts. Maurice and I have been on Newsmax. I got all their producers' phone numbers. I got all that stuff. And I even have more. I have a whole desk.
I don't know if I do. I try not to save people's numbers.
I save everything.
If I save people's numbers, then I have to answer when they call me. If it's an unknown number, I don't answer. But yeah, we're going to get this out there. We're going to do everything we can to spread the word and help this guy out, especially this Christmas season. You know, if you're feeling the giving spirit, give $5-10. Give, send, go /help Joe. Not Joe Biden. This is Joe McCoy we're talking about here. Big old Trump supporter, American. And like I said, hopefully we can do this for him. God bless you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to work on those posts. Follow me at La Native Patriot. That's LA Native Patriot on X. Don't forget to follow Eddie here. I can't really. At the Patriots Pray on X. God bless you guys. God bless America. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Cowboys and Indians, even though this time it's just Indian. And take care. God bless. See you guys later.
Have a good night, guys.
Dusty plains and broken dreams. Cowboys and Indians on the same team. We got no masters, only our creed to break the chains and set us free. Riders on the prairie, wild and free. Bows and arrows, cold 45's decree. No more tyranny, no more lies. Under open skies we rise. Fight, fight, fight till we reclaim the night. Cowboys and Indians in the blazing light. Fight, fight, fight till the dawn is near. We'll never live in fear. On the blood we all unite. Horses thunder in the night. No longer slaves to the empire's might. Strength in numbers, strength in rise. From the blood we unite. Horses thunder in the night.
There it is. That's cool, man. What a cool guy, dude. I really, I really want to save this guy's house, man.
I agree.
So I do got Joe Gizzy's number here from
Hold up.
Newsmax.
It says we're still live.
Are we?
That's what it says.
Well, then everyone knows I'm being legitimate. Then.
I can't end the stream. It's not letting me.
I have the power. Here we go. Guys, have a good one.
All right, we're just staying on, I guess.
It's stuck. Weird.
All right, looks like we're just never ending. We got to stay on until it goes away. I wonder if people can. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely still live. Wait, did it restart again?
Oh, it's because of the mass log out. All you got to do is leave the studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, guys, have a great night, man.